I mean, the level of storytelling in Malayalam films is so complex. Kaathal, the core. Yeah,
of course.
It's a very, very difficult language. It's not like something you can just pick up, you know. You can be extremely insensitive even if you're a woman director. I lived in a home where my landlord would only speak to my husband. He would not even make eye contact with me. Why are women not directing enough? Is it because there's something wrong in the environment?
The major body of work you have done, I mean, when we talk about Is Love in a Star or Monsoon Wedding or Less Stories Too, they all came from women directors. My question is, do you find anything special while working under a women's directorial? Is there anything special that you feel, a director-actor rapport or anything like that?
You know, not really. You know, I think people would like us to say that. It is. But I think sensitivity is not a matter of gender binaries.
Yeah, true.
You know, you can be extremely insensitive even if you're a woman director. You know, and the idea of creating a safe environment is something I have been part of films like Anoop's Kissa or you know many other projects which were helmed and directed by men, and they were extremely sensitive as well. So I don't think you know there is a difference. But since we have so few women directors,
in terms of the number, since the numbers are very few, especially in Bollywood, I mean women
since
directors.
the numbers are very few, it is a very special feeling, and it is nice, and it is important that we make space so that the gap can be. Why are women not directing enough? Is it because there's something wrong in the environment? Women are not directing not because they can't, but because the environment is sometimes not very conducive, you know. So if you have to really deconstruct the patriarchy, it is not because women can't direct that they're not directing. It is because some of these spaces are so insular, you know, that it is important. It is important for more and more opportunities to be given to women directors, so that it's a more even playing field. So that it is possible for a crew to get instructions and to deliver the vision of a woman director without it becoming a problem, you know. Or I mean, I remember I lived in a home where my landlord would only speak to my husband. He would not even make eye contact with me. It is years of misogyny, right, that makes somebody feel that let me talk to the person who's more important, and I will assume that it is the man. It's that same bias that flows into work, which is what sometimes it makes it difficult, you know. So yes, in that sense that we must bridge the gap, we must have, you know, more women and people beyond, you know, to get that opportunity, for it to not be a boys' club. That's important. But as an actor, is the process different? No, it's not. Yeah.
I would like to be direct. What makes you being in the part of Kongana Sen Sharma's movies repeatedly?
Repeatedly? What? Just twice?
Twice?
She has made 2 films.
Yeah.
And
you acted with her in Nayanthara's Necklace.
Correct. That was directed by Joydeep Sarkar. I think I'm very lucky, you know, that she has trusted me twice. I know I cannot expect that she will cast me in everything she does. That's unfair. But I feel very, very lucky. I feel lucky. You have to ask her why she has cast me.
Is there anything special rapport with you two guys?
You know, what is special for me is it's not always important. It's like people think, oh, someone's a friend, so it'll be great to work with them. I don't agree. Sometimes friendship can come in the way, because you know, workspace, it's professional, and I may want to say something, but if it's a friend, I may not want to say it because it may hurt them. Right? So I actually find it more difficult to work with friends in a professional environment, right? But with Konkana, because I really admire her mind, I admire the stories with which she grew up. Her inner world fascinates me. There's so much about her that makes me curious, that makes me laugh, and I sense that our friendship, as it has evolved and grown over the years, there's such tremendous trust and warmth that is mutual, and it's really nice to be in a room with someone who trusts you that deeply. But it's exciting to be in that room for me because I admire the way she thinks. And so even if she was the very dear friend, not necessarily that the work would be greatly satisfying. It is greatly satisfying because of the way she prepares for a project. She's meticulous. She's to the borderline OCD, and I love that about her. And I love to hate it. I love to love it. And I find that kind of that kind of preparedness, because it's so hard to make a film. It's so hard to get the money to tell the kind of stories, so that when you do get a chance, the way she has prepped her pre-production is so inspiring that it's a privilege for me to work with her.
As a movie lover, I just curious to know, how did you act in Less Stories 2? I mean, that particular scene where you are peeping into your own house, secretly looking into your servant and her husband doing sex and masturbates.
Yeah.
How difficult it was to play in front of the camera and
and do a scene
like that.
So the thing is that because we already knew, right? There's nothing that was like a surprise. When I read the script, we knew exactly what had to be done, right? All the scenes were discussed in great detail with Konkana. How she would shoot, what's the angle, even the sex scenes that Amrita had to shoot. Everything was like discussed with her, the positions, where the camera would be, what is okay, what are you comfortable with. All this was discussed. So then the set feels very safe. It was also a closed set. It's not 100 people watching you. Only the people who were essential to the focus puller were allowed in the room, So Konkana created also a language, a certain language that that was very important for her. Nobody said, oh, we are going to do that scene, little embarrassed. It's just a scene.
Anything.
This scene number, that scene number, we are going to do this scene. This is called there was the montage where, the montage scene where she's coming in looking. It was called the moaning montage, And I love the way in which she normalized it. And at the same time, because she's an actress who knows how difficult it can be to do certain kinds of scenes which make you feel very vulnerable, she made sure that the set was very safe.
My last question is related to our film industry, Malayalam.
Yeah.
Did you watch any Malayalam movies recently?
What I'm dying to, of course I've watched many, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Kaathal.
Yeah.
Kaathal, the core. Yeah. So that, and I just wish
you were there in the movie.
No, not just that. No, that, I mean, once you see a film, it feels like this is how it should have been.
Yeah.
It's not that. I wish I could speak this language.
Is there any favorite actors of yours in Malayalam?
I don't have any favorite actors in anything. It is for me, I don't believe that actors are that important. It's not about favorite actors for me. It's what stays is the story, right? It's the entire thing. It's the film. And but because of the kind of films that are coming out from Kerala, and the kind of the level of storytelling in Malayalam films is so complex that I really feel, and it's such a difficult language.
Of course.
It's a very, very difficult language. It's not like something you can just pick up, I really wish if I had another lifetime and if I could choose, this would be a language that I wish I could speak so that I could have a chance to act in films here. Yeah.
We expect you soon in Malayalam.
How will I learn? It's very hard to learn, but it would be so exciting if that was ever, if I could exchange my tongue for another, it would be Malayalam.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Precious time.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.